Hey guys, Augiesaint here, coming to us on Outriders, and today I want to share with you guys my absolute zero Technomancer build that just absolutely destroys everything. It is absolutely gorgeous. Alright, enough absolutely's and let's get into the build, shall we? Before we get into it, I would like to thank today's sponsor for helping support me so I can continue to make videos and content for a living, and that sponsor is Deving. If you feel like you are struggling with expeditions or maybe a few items you are missing to finish your collection, or even if you just don't have enough time to level that last character, Deving.net has you covered. They offer boosts for many games like Division 2, Destiny 2, and with Deving you can choose to get help with anything you are currently struggling with. So if you need that perfect build finished off, maybe you just want to get it to C15 but don't have enough time, you can easily do it on this site. The way that the boost works is through account sharing, so they do everything for you without the use of cheating or any bug exploits. So you can trust they will get the job done 100% legitimately. And with over 3,000 reviews and a 4.9 rating on Trustpilot, you are sure you're getting your money's worth. If you're interested, make sure to check out the link in the description and make sure to use the promo code Augiesaint for 50% off of your purchase. And if you have any questions or anything you need to ask them on the website, you can just ask the operator down here and they will help you with anything you need done. And that's it pretty much. So I just want to thank Deving for sponsoring this video and helping me and letting me able to do content for a living. So we use the Absolute Zero because it's really easy to maintain bladed rounds. It has a 60 mag size with your build, so it's really PlayStation 4 friendly and PS5 friendly, well, console friendly since this is on all consoles. If your aim is not exactly spot on 100%, it's extremely easy to not lose your blighted rounds, especially in group play with this. It does a little bit less damage, but you still do so much damage, it just doesn't matter. You just delete everything anyway. So that's what we're using. Absolute Zero with ultimate freezing bullets that comes with it already, and then you just mod on Dark Sacrifice, and that's it for your weapons. You don't use anything else. I just have that on there because it looks cool. Anyway, moving on to the headpiece. Now the ideal rolls is bonus firepower, long range damage and close range damage, but a second best option other than close range damage would be cooldown reduction. I think in my boots I got cooldown reduction because I could not get close range long range. But for the most damage, close range long range, and yeah, but cooldown does make your cold snap shorter, so that's why it's the second best thing. Anyway, straight into mods. Trick up the sleeve, that is our way of maintaining our blighted rounds. It's super easy with this. While the skill is active, killing shots grant you 30% extra bullets in your mag. And what is nice about this is it works better in co-op because the enemy doesn't have to be affected by toxin while it dies to give you ammo back like toxic lead does. But if you are playing in co-op, I suggest you use both Trick Up the Sleeve and Toxic Lead just because latency and lag and everything is weird. But anyway, that's how you keep up your blighted rounds. And then crit stack is just a no-brainer. Gives you crit every time gives you stacking anomaly power and firepower every time you crit, which should be quite often. And it really shines on big bosses and stuff where you can hit the crit spot a lot easier. But little enemies die before you can stack it up anyway. And then moving on, we are using 3-piece Borealis. We are using the chest, legs and the hands. And it comes with Icicle Storm on the chest. You just leave that there. Really good for killing a whole bunch of enemies that are mobbed up together. It's like a really strong trash clear and a oh shit button if you get swarmed by a lot of enemies. And then Bloodlust is just another stacking firepower. You just kill 3 things and it stacks up, and that deteriorates, but you'll be killing stuff all the time, so they'll pretty much always be up. Alright, moving on to the pants. We're using Borealis pants. And Euthanizer is what we have put on them, and then Freezing Boost is what we keep because we will be freezing everything. So 15% increased damage on freeze targets, 25% on toxic. They'll have both of those, so just plain flat extra damage. Alright, moving on to the hands. We are using the gloves of the Borealis Monarch, and that comes with Shatter on it. That's another 25% freeze damage. And then we put on Captain Hunter for 25% against elites, since small enemies will just kill one shot anyway. Elites is your job and you'll just delete them anyway. So for the boots we have Sharp Eye, which is another firepower stacking buff, but this you have to aim down sights, which you should be doing all the time anyway. And it also just keeps stacking if you kill stuff, so it'll pretty much stack itself. And then Radical Therapy deals 15% more damage against toxic enemies. Now the mods you could change out would probably be Freezing Boost or Radical Therapy for your ammo boost. If you go into co-op play, if you find that you can't keep it up with only Trick Up the Sleeve, or if you find that you're dying, which you really shouldn't be with this build, you could change that into mitigation from death, but really you should be fine with just all of this. I'll put in some gameplay at the end of the video and you can see me just delete everything. And my aim's not even that great, so If you guys are actually good, which I'm sure you are much better than me, you will actually kill everything way before it gets near you. And look at our cooldowns on this blighted turret, really short. Cold snap could be shorter, but you know, and blighted rounds you'll never lose them, so it doesn't matter. The reason we use blighted turret is for the buff in the class tree. Pretty much all bullet builds use that on Techno, and cold snap because of the icicle storm, and it does give you the 10% increased crit chance when you activate it for 8 seconds, and that's really good. Even if you don't want to freeze anything around you, if you see a boss in front of you, you can get the crit spot, just activate that and you will destroy the boss with crits. Anyway, moving straight onto the class tree, it's very slightly different to my other build, to my pure damage build. Mainly being grand application, I took that out and I put 1 point into max health because there's just nothing else really. You've got enough damage everywhere, and we're not using anomaly enhancement, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, that's pretty much the build. Cookie cutter. You just go straight up this tree and get that toxic tree over there. The salt master for salt damage. There's more salt. This you always want to get for increased damage. And then there your capstone. That's why you're using the blighted turret. And that's pretty much all there is to the build, guys. Thank you so much for all the support on the Outriders, loving it, and yeah, we are gonna hit 1k subs soon. I can feel it. Just keep smashing that sub button and we'll keep doing Outriders stuff. And I want to try start streaming on Twitch for you guys, and then doing some stream viewer carries over there. If you guys sub, that's all I ask. If you sub to me, and then I'll carry you over on Twitch, see if we can do some CT15s and get everybody up and finish off their builds and everything. But anyway, I'll leave you guys with the gameplay. Thank you so much for watching. Smash that sub button and I'll see you on the next one. Augiesaint out.
Looks like the Pharaohs built a camp in the impact building. found themselves a pod. I'm gonna ask if they're willing to give it back. Zahidi, I found a pod down here guarded by monsters. I've secured it. And plenty of rock samples for you to play with.
Perfect.
Outriders detected.
I can't wait to run the
Access
test.
granted.
Strange that the monsters are interested in the pods. Perhaps they're drawn to the humming from the electronics inside.
Or they're just attracted.
Run free and dive into the sky. Hear the